I had to wait for it to unfreeze. Getting better at this. Hi. Let's talk about food. Food. I've often wondered why God made our bodies to need food. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Anyway, um, food's been frustrating for me for a long time. In high school, I actually had an eating disorder. Um, I There was a lot of stuff going on in our family, and as is often the case, I found that one thing I could control when I couldn't control other things was food. So I learned to control it really well. It started with just that didn't work. I don't like that. It started with just like controlling my portions and everything like that. And then, well, actually, what started it is my mom. I was a chunky kid. I've always been bigger, I guess, than the rest of my family. Um, I've been 5'11" since I was 11 years old. Um, I've just got a bigger bone structure, and it's just different than the rest of my family. And my mom, um, in order to help me, and she had the best of intentions, um, enrolled me in this kids weight loss class thing, and it was very like focused on healthy eating, and it wasn't a bad program at all, but because of the stress going on in my own life, I kind of latched onto that, and my brother actually told me he'd pay me $10 after the first 10 pounds I lost. Well, I lost that first 10 pounds really quickly, and I realized, oh, I'm good at this. I can do this. I can control my portions and really like have control over this area of my life. So that's what I did. And so throughout high school, I just kept controlling, and eventually to the point where I was barely eating anything. I was eating maybe the equivalent of a full meal like every 3 or 4 days. So I just was eating barely anything at all. And at my lowest weight, now I'm 6'1", and at my lowest weight, I was down to like 155 pounds, which, according to BMI, this is why BMI makes absolute no sense. According to BMI, that was like average weight for my height, or like normal weight. It wasn't even below weight. But for me, my bones, like my collarbone was sticking out, my face was sunken in, like I was really sick. And I started to have some major, major health problems along that same period of time, muscle issues, and started having like nerve issues. My muscles started spazzing. I started fainting a lot. I was in extreme pain like all the time. Um, Basically, it was a form of fibromyalgia that we found out later, um, that my older sister, also has a certain form of fibromyalgia. But everything just got really screwed up. And I remember my older sister coming home from college at one point and looking at me and saying, "Wow, you've gotten really thin." And I felt really accomplished at that. Like, yeah, I did. Haha. Like, so since Caleb and I got married at 17, I was just starting to come out of that, where I was starting to feel better about who I was. I think he played a big part of that in that. Um, but so if you look at the pictures when we were first married, a lot of people who know us now look at that and go, "Wow, I can barely even recognize you." Which in a way, that little wounded part of me still goes back to, oh, of course, because I was skinny then and I'm not now, and whatever. Anyway, so basically, I screwed up my metabolism big time through not eating. Whereas now, like, I don't know. Maybe this is just the way I think, but because I am overweight, I think people think, oh, she must overeat, and I don't. And that's a frustrating thing for me is I don't overeat. I'm very careful about what I eat. I think about every single thing I put into my mouth, and I'm still overweight. I'm a very active person. I walk all the time, and I'm not a couch potato, and I'm still overweight. So that's frustrating to me. Um, because I think of how other people's perceptions are and stuff like that. So my husband has also struggled with weight for most of his life. Although in high school, even though he's been big for since he was like 8 years old, he started being like the biggest in his class, the tallest in his class. Um, we think that he might have some kind of thyroid issue or something because um, when he was young, when he was really little, he was like the tiniest and everything, and then suddenly he just like shot up. And anyway, but in high school, he weightlifted all the time. He was an avid mountain biker. Um, he biked like 30 miles a day, and he's always been very active. And so we're trying to figure out, okay, what's going on with our bodies? Why are our bodies not processing calories properly? Why are they holding on to calories in these ways? So what we decided to do together is really try to revitalize the way we think about food and really think about it as a way to nourish our bodies, and that everything that goes into our bodies should be to nourish it and help it heal, because we don't want health problems in the future, and we really want to be very proactive about putting things into our bodies. So we've decided together to do as much of a vegetarian diet as possible, but not just vegetarian, a whole foods diet as possible. Because I know a lot of vegetarians who eat like crap. Just because you don't eat meat doesn't mean that you're eating healthy. No. So, I just shot my hair tie. Anyway, so that's what our new adventure is trying to do. And I was so blessed because Caleb came to me and apologized for a few years ago when I went on a really, really strict diet to control my chronic fatigue syndrome, my fibromyalgia. I went on a really strict diet, cutting out basically all carbohydrates, not just simple sugars, but definitely simple sugars. I cut out very, almost every kind of carbohydrate. I had forget how many grams of carbohydrates I limited myself to a day. Anyway, I was really, really strict at it, and I did it for about 2 years. Very strict diet, and I got better, and my body really healed itself. Because something about CFS, your body doesn't process carbohydrates properly. Anyway, Caleb actually apologized to me for not being more supportive during that time, and he said that he feels like he's the reason that I quit doing that because of his lack of support. And that meant so much to me. I still could cry right now thinking about that, because knowing that he is saying, I want to do this together, and I'm not just behind you, I'm with you in this, that means a lot. So we're trying to do this vegetarian thing, whole foods thing, and it's really hard. It's hard for me because within the past year, I've developed some really severe food allergies. And I'd say within the past 2 years. And it was to the point where I ate something and suddenly my eyes swelled shut and I didn't know why. And I was itchy all the time. Itchy all the time. I lived on Benadryl. I took 8 Benadryl a day. Thankfully it doesn't make me sleepy. Because I'm already sleepy all the time. But it didn't make me sleepy, so I lived off of Benadryl. I couldn't imagine a day without Benadryl. But then I got allergy testing and found out that I have a lot of pretty severe food allergies. So I cut those things out, and I've been doing a lot better. Well, unfortunately, a lot of those things are fruits and vegetables. Bananas, apples, strawberries, raspberries, pineapple. What else? Carrots. Um, grapes. Yeah, all those things that I love, that I used to count on as my healthy snacks, I can't have anymore. Um, and if I do, if I I had a peanut butter banana sandwich the other day because I had to have a peanut butter banana sandwich because it's my favorite thing. And I'm like, okay, that's it. I can't have any more bananas this week because if I do, I'm gonna start getting itchy again. So it's really something I have to be conscious of, and that's frustrating because those are flavors I really like. I'm a very plain taster. I like vanilla ice cream. I like, hot chocolate, mashed potatoes. I love sweet potatoes, thankfully. Good stuff. Um, very mild flavors. Whereas Caleb and my sister Rachel are super tasters. They like everything strong and bold and like really out there flavors. So Caleb made these really tasty, um, not shiitake. What's the portobello? Portobello and pepper fajitas for himself the other day. And they were marinated portobello mushrooms, and it was really good with balsamic vinegar and stuff. And he's like, "Here, I want you to taste this." And I took a bite, and he could just tell by my face that I could not eat it. It was the flavor was really good, but it was way too strong for me. And I just started sobbing. I'm like, I want to like these foods. I want to like these new foods. And what I'm finding is a lot of the vegetarian foods and recipes are very strong, bold flavors. And I'm having trouble finding flavors that I like and that I want to eat. Because we're cutting out dairy as well. And I could live off of cheese. So, this is our new struggle. Is trying to find recipes that I like and that he likes that we can eat together. I'm going to try doing more soups. I really like soups. He's not a soup fan. But he just glared at me because he's tired of me making excuses that he's not a soup fan. But it's true. He doesn't like soup.
For your benefit?
He says for my benefit, he'll do it. Anyway. So, I'm going to try this stuff. Oh, and soy. I forgot. I'm allergic to soy. That's fun. Yeah. So, struggling through this, trying to figure this out. Yeah. So, for my vegetarian friends out there, and vegan friends, and freegan friends, help me. What are some recipes you really like that are kid friendly? If they're kid friendly, they'll probably be Hannah friendly. Because I know kids often don't like those super strong flavors either. We don't have a lot of access to some of the more health foodie type stores up here. We have very small food co-op that we can get some food things in, but it's expensive. I was looking for those veggie shreds things. Nope, we don't have those. Yeah, goat cheese is like uber expensive. So, trying to figure this out. Yeah, because I want to be healthy. Caleb wants to be healthy. We want to be here to take care of whoever God puts in our path to take care of. That's important to us. We want to be strong to fulfill whatever roles God has for us. So, yeah. Any tips and tricks would be awesome. You can leave them in my comment box on this post, or you can Facebook me. I'm the only Hannah Tweemala that I know of on Facebook. Yeah, so any help would be wonderful. And also any encouragement, because this is a really difficult thing. I am really hoping that getting our nutrition figured out will help with the infertility issues, and maybe even make my allergies resolve themselves. Who knows? All I know is that I want to be the healthiest I can be. And thankfully, my fibromyalgia has really been under control. So, I don't, like I said, I don't eat like crap. I'm very careful about what I eat. Oh, through the summer, when we were going through all the trauma, I ate a lot of cheese pizza because it was like the only thing I could even conceive of eating without thinking of puking. Like, that was the only thing. But I'm better now. Now it's been like peanut butter and jellies. I don't know. Go through phases. So please help me out. And yeah, any encouragement would be great. So, can't wait to hear from you. Have a great night and God bless. Bye.